There's so many different tools. This one looks great for DIY. My house is burning down. Oh, please let me in.
Trouble busters!
Oh, wow, this shelf looks amazing. Melanie, did you really make this shelf on your own? Indeed, I did. My name is Melanie, and I'm a housewife who's recently into DIY. What's so amazing about it? I would be able to make one if I only had the right tools. That's true, there are a lot of YouTube videos that could teach anyone with simple steps on how to make these things. Maybe I should try making one. You should. I'd be happy to have a DIY friend. There's so many different tools. This one looks great for DIY. Whatever.
I'm home! What's the matter, Melanie? Is everything okay?
Oh, Alan? I decided to tell Alan about how my electrical sander, one of my DIY tools, went missing from our storage. I'm not sure who took it. I wonder…
It's okay, Melanie. I'm sure you don't want to be accusing your neighbors. We'll buy a new sander and we'll make sure we lock our storage. How about that?
Since Alan didn't seem to be interested in finding the culprit, I decided to let go of this incident. I almost want to say I know who the culprit is, but I don't have anything to prove it. This is harder than it looks. I feel like it would have been faster and cheaper if I just bought my new shelving, but I'm going to keep trying. Can't possibly be inferior to that stupid lady. Unless I master DIY, she is going to keep everyone's attention, and I am not letting that happen. Oh, damn it, this is so hard. I can't use this shelving. Oh, damn it, not again. I think Melanie's tool is no good. That's the only reason why I can't do this right. Ugh. This is so dusty. My husband's coming home soon, and I better start cooking now. I'm just going to heat up the leftover food from last night. Why am I wasting so much time on this? Why can't I get this right when Melanie makes it sound so easy? I hate her. I guess I need to clean that dusty room after I fold my laundry. Oh, this isn't fun. What the? Oh my God, what's going on? Why is my house on fire? Hey, somebody, help me. You know, tartar sauce isn't as difficult to make as you might think. Really? So do you guys make your own? Hey guys, Lillian's house is burning down right now. What? We were worried about Lillian's safety, so we all decided to head to her house right away. My house is burning down. Oh, please let me in. Why is my house burning down? Oh, this can't be happening. Despite how much Lillian was screaming and crying, the house continued burning down in aggressive flames. The firefighters were able to extinguish the fire after a couple of hours, but by then the house was burnt down completely into ashes. It's almost a miracle that no one got hurt from such a big fire. I'm so sorry to see this happening, Lillian. Why did this happen? Huh? How did this even happen? The firefighters were able to locate the cause of the fire, and it was something that just sounded unbelievable to all of us.
Ma'am, it seemed like you had a massive amount of organic particles floating in the air, which caused it to react with your electric stove, triggering an explosion and the fire.
An explosion? That doesn't make any sense. How does that happen out of nowhere? That's impossible. Sir, how exactly did you say that the explosion happened?
When flammable particles are floating around in the air and react to a heat source, it could create an explosion. When the flammable item is a large solid, it wouldn't necessarily trigger an explosion unless another flammable item is nearby. But when the flammable item is in small particles spread apart in the air, it would have larger surface area compared to its volume, which could trigger an explosion.
What particles were floating around in the air to cause an explosion then? I don't know. I was just making my own shelving inside the room with my windows closed. Making your own shelving? Like DIY? That's right. Someone in our neighborhood keeps bragging about her DIY furniture, so I figured I'd try it out too.
Did you happen to trim or sand any wooden materials when you were making that shelving?
Of course I did. I wanted my shelving to be perfect. I used an electric sander on the lumber.
Then I'm sure that the lumber particles must have triggered the fire.
What?
I'm sure you recall getting dusty particles when you were trimming and sanding the wood. Those dusty particles have triggered the explosion.
Oh my. So if I only had my windows open.
Yup, your house wouldn't have burned down.
Oh my god. My house burnt down just because I didn't know about this?
I'm sure it was triggered because you turned on the electric stove without getting those dusty wooden particles cleaned up. I'm at least glad you were outside the house when the explosion happened.
That's true, but Lillian, you have fire insurance, right? No, I don't. Huh? I don't have fire insurance. What? How do you not have fire insurance? I mean, I never thought that this would happen to me. I just figured it would be a waste of money to pay for something that I don't even expect to happen. But insurance is for something that might happen unexpectedly, because you could potentially lose everything when that unexpected happens. My house burnt down because of you, Melanie. I am going to make you liable for all my losses, okay? How is this my fault? That doesn't make any sense. If only you let me borrow your DIY tools, I would have known how to use it properly and I would have had my windows open and my house wouldn't have exploded. DIY tools? Wait, does that mean you took Melanie's DIY tools from her house? I didn't take it, I just borrowed it. I knew it was you. You never had my permission to borrow it. Have you even thought about buying those tools instead of taking it from someone else's house? If I could afford that, I would have enrolled in fire insurance. Oh boy. Besides, why would I want to spend money when I don't even know if I'm going to be into DIY or not? It's less risky to go on a lease if I'm trying something out. But it's riskier when the lease becomes a thief. I didn't steal it, I just borrowed it. And I never let you borrow it.
Oh my god! What is going on? What happened to my house?
Oh, honey,
Hey, Lillian, what happened to our house?
it was Melanie. She tricked us into this situation. I didn't do anything. I went ahead and explained to Sean, Lillian's husband, about why his house had burnt down.
What? Lillian, this is completely your fault!
Oh, I'm glad you understand. What? But why? This was because Melanie didn't let me borrow her DIY tools.
Regardless of the reason, taking something that belongs to someone else constitutes stealing!
Stealing? But we're neighbors, and we're all here to let each other borrow stuff.
It doesn't work that way unless the other person agrees to it. Besides, why aren't we enrolled in fire insurance? Remember I told you to get us enrolled and I even gave you the money for it.
I used that money for something else.
Why didn't you tell me about it then? You said you got us enrolled. You lied to me.
What? She lied to him? That's terrible. Oh, I wonder what she did with the money. You guys shut up. Oh!
Huh?
What? What is it? What's going on? That's right. Remember, Melanie? You said that you would let me borrow your tools. No, I didn't. Ever since my tool went missing, I've been making sure my storage is locked. There is no way I'd let you borrow it. But you said I could borrow it. Was that with my consent? Yes, with your consent. I don't think so. How could you lie to all of us like this? But you did allow me to take it. I honestly don't think you're telling the truth. Me neither. Why would you guys say that? We were right there when Melanie refused to let you borrow her DIY tools. Oh, thank you so much for being my witness. Well, after you guys left, Melanie and I talked privately, and that was when she— No, I didn't, and I can't believe you can lie to all of us like this. Honey, you have to believe me. I borrowed the tool from Melanie with her permission.
Well, I don't know.
Honey, this is important. If Melanie had knowingly let me use her tool, it means that she didn't teach me how to properly use the tool.
But seeing how the three of them are reacting to what you're saying, it's hard to believe that what you're saying is true.
How much longer are you going to keep trying? There is no way you're going to blame this on me. As a matter of fact, I could report you to the police for theft. What? How are you even going to prove that? You kept your DIY tools inside an unlocked storage room. Anyone could have taken it. Does that mean you're admitting that you stole it? What? No. If you're going to call me a thief, you better be ready to prove it. I just borrowed the tool from her. I can't stand her. You're going to regret this, Melanie.
Lillian, are you telling the truth?
I am, honey. You need to believe me.
But then you lied to me that you had us enrolled in fire insurance. I'm not sure if I should trust you.
That's a whole different topic.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir, I'm sure. You would know the truth yourself, Lillian, right? That's right, and that's why I can confidently say that you let me borrow that tool, and that's why you're responsible for getting my house burnt down. You are so persistent. I'm going to take an action about this. Are you trying to threaten me? I'm sure you would have taken action if there was anything you could do about this. I am 99% sure that you were the one who stole my tool. But that's only your assumption, and you have no proof. I could sue you for defaming me. There are 2 reasons I didn't make a big deal about that theft. One was because it simply wasn't worth it. That electric sander only cost me about $80, and I didn't want to be spending time and effort filing a police report. I just told myself that it was my fault for keeping the storage unlocked. My husband and I agreed that we should be glad that nothing else was stolen. You talk too much. When are you going to get me the money from my house? You are terrible. You know our conversation before your husband got here had already made it clear that you stole my electric sander. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just panicking because of the fire. I see how it is. So if I check the dash cam on my car that's right in front of my storage, you wouldn't have a problem, right? A dash cam? Wait, but don't they only work when you're driving the car? Some dash cams are like that, but I got my dash cam so I could also use it as a security camera too. It keeps about a week's worth of footage. What? So does that mean your dash cam has everything it recorded in the last week? That's right. Wait, I didn't know that. That's not fair. What's not fair? I'm not obligated to give you every detail about my security measures around my house. It's not your problem unless you did something bad. Woohoo. Go, Melanie. But that's not fair. You can't do that. That's cheating. I wasn't planning on making a big deal out of that electric sander, but then you lied to everyone. You said I'm defaming you, and all you talk about is money, money, money. I've had enough of you, you shameless thief. Melanie's right. Lillian, you're being way too shameless. I think Lillian needs to learn her lesson. Oh, shut up, you guys. Hypothetically, just hypothetically, if I had stolen your tool, I'm only talking about a hypothetical story. Which is hypothetically true. That's what I'm talking about. Huh? Whose permission do you have to record a video? Why do I need anyone's permission to keep a surveillance camera recording my own premises? That's the problem. Doesn't that mean you've been recording me on your camera whenever I've been invited over to your house? That's right, I told you it keeps about a week's worth of recordings. That's voyeurism. It's a crime. If what you're saying is valid, wouldn't it be impossible for any household to keep a security camera for their premises? I don't care. You can't do that. This is an inflammation of image rights. You're probably trying to say it's an infringement of image rights. Either way, it doesn't matter if you approve or disapprove the fact that I have a camera recording my premises. I'm going to go check my dash cam. Wait, listen to me. I said it doesn't matter if you approve or disapprove. All I need to do is to convince the authorities that you've committed a crime. Wait, no, hold on. No one wants to see it. I'd like to see what's on her dash cam. Oh, shut up. Melanie might be the victim this time, but I never know if I might end up becoming your victim down the road. As soon as she proves that you're a thief, I'm going to make sure everyone else knows. I'm not sure if we even need to tell anyone, though, since you have so much of an audience here. Either way, you're going to face your consequences. What? What is that supposed to mean?
The moment I find out that you are a thief, I'm breaking up with you.
What?
That's only if you are a thief. You said you borrowed the tool from Melanie, right?
I kind of remember it that way.
So you were lying again, huh?
No, I wasn't. I'm just panicking because of the fire.
You're an eyesore. Melanie, please go ahead and reveal the truth.
Sure. Wait, no. Hey, where do you think you're going?
We're not letting you go.
You're going to stay here until Melanie checks her dash cam. Aw, you guys just want to make me a thief, huh? It's not about making you a thief. You are a thief. Just let me go. I just want to talk to Melanie for a bit.
You need to give up. At this point, you're just going to sit there and wait for the consequences.
Just listen to me. Listen to what I need to say. Needless to say, we all saw how Lillian had stolen my electric sander from my storage room. I'm sorry for all the inconvenience. Now let's forgive and forget. Forgive and forget? Who are you to say that? As I said earlier, I'm going to report this to the police along with this evidence. Oh my God, no.
As I said earlier, we're breaking up. I'm not going to stay married to a thief.
I'm not a thief. I just did it out of an impulse. I can fix myself.
Not only are you a thief, but you're also a liar, and you're going to pay half of the mortgage for the house that burnt down.
What? Does that mean I have to pay around $100,000?
Of course! You should be glad that I'm not making you pay the entire mortgage!
But honey, please forgive me. Oh, please. As we said earlier, we're going to make sure everyone knows about this. I'm going to be arrested. I'm losing my husband. I'm going to have a debt, and everyone in this town is going to call me a thief. This is too much. And all of this happens because of what you've done. I'm not going to continue my friendship with a thief. Oh, please forgive me. I beg you all. None of us were willing to forgive Lillian at this point. We've done what each of us had told her we'd do. Divorce, criminal records, $100,000 in debt, getting kicked out of the town. Her parents had also disowned her, and Lillian lost everything in her life. She went homeless, so she started shoplifting. She had been arrested 8 times for shoplifting and ultimately ended up being sentenced to imprisonment. Maybe she should have fixed her personality before she went fixing a shelf for herself. I hope she learned her lesson at this point. As for me, I've been enjoying spending time with Alan on my days off, with our DIY tasks. I'm grateful to have a husband who shares the joy of having the same hobby. Trouble Busters!